This is March 12th, 2024. Okay, I know, it's red. I had the filler put in. It's going to take weeks to fill in all the way, and I can put makeup to cover up the redness. Make it, and then over the next few weeks it'll fill in more to see if I need a little more to make it go flat. I am so self-conscious the way I look. These people call me ugly, they call me names. I have, no self-esteem. Okay, now going forward. Today, these people, I'd like to know, these people, where do they think they have the right to yell anything at anybody and act like asinine assholes? Where do you think you have the right to be part of a hate group that you can actually go to jail for your involvement in this, of stalking and harassment? Where do you think you have the right? Because you got away with this far? That's why? Okay. What if this was you? We're going to put it this way. What if you were me? Would you expect the law to protect you the way it's wrote? Absolutely. What if this was your mother, your sister, your daughter, your niece, your granddaughter, your cousin, your friend? Okay? What if that was somebody you cared about? And you find out your friend, your relative, your daughter, your mom was sick one day. You're okay? Well, I think I have the flu. Well, I have a mark on me. I must have banged my leg or arm running to the bathroom. Okay? They move into a new home. They have well water. They start getting a really bad personal infection. And they're thinking the well water is making them sick. And because it's so dirty, they're even thinking it's maybe causing their autoimmune, maybe cancer. They're starting to get bruises on them. They don't know what's happening to them. Okay? They're going to the doctor. I don't know what's wrong with me. They're starting to think, well, maybe they got cancer or some other horrible disease. Okay? They never see, they never talk to anybody. And here, serial rapists are preying on them and drugging them up. Roofing drinks, sneaking in, and they don't even know they're in the house. You talk about scary movie shit. We're talking about scary movie shit that's real life. That happened here. Scary movie shit. Okay? And then it keeps happening. They're going to the doctor. They're losing all kinds of weight, almost passing out in front of people. Nobody's actually thinking of a serial rapist preying on them. Should that person be protected by the law? Absolutely. Then you find out that pervert's stalking her. And they've been stalking the whole family, selling people on porn sites. What should happen to that pervert? Should be arrested right away, right? Hands down. Right? And here, where that person had bruises they couldn't explain, throwing up, sick, almost passing out. That person had the sexual predators breaking in, drugging them up, stabbing them with date-rape drugs is called needling someone, or roofing drinks, and that's why they're getting sick all the time. And tell them to say something stupid, so they're sleepwalking and photoshopping shower scenes in a sextortion scheme, thinking they can get that person in trouble or extort money out of them. Now, with even a brain cell in your head, is the victim in trouble? Or does a sexual predator go to jail for trying such a stupid stunt? The sexual predator goes to jail. Okay? You don't have to have more than 2 brain cells to figure that one out. See, that's where Michelle changed identities, even during the case. First, she told people at Faith Family Church she was Will's daughter, the agent over my case, that it was his daughter, and she was dating Dave. Okay? And then when they try to blame retired Judge Pete, she became Pete's daughter. The only way she could have two dads is if they're a gay couple. Told you she was switching who she was, because that was her stripper. And that's her brother in a Santa beard and white scammy people. Drugging people up in a sextortion scam, photoshopping. Huh? And the drug cartel, running scams on people, harming them in their home. They should have been arrested the first day. And somebody impersonate a doctor selling information, that's so stupid. I've told you the laws about doctors not being allowed to talk to anybody, or they go to jail for 10 years, and $250,000 fine. If you impersonate a doctor, it's 10 years, 1 to 10. Like they said, none of this was funny with the things they were saying. And who was involved, and it wasn't them. It's just the cartel, pretending, running scams on people. You know, today I was in Longhorn Steakhouse. There's a couple sitting over in the next booth. I don't even think they see me. And they're talking on the phone. If they were doing it loud and they did see me walk in, then they did. And they did it on purpose. The guy's like, he's like, no one will say anything. No, nobody found it funny. When they found out, no, she's never talked to anybody. She thought it was a well water doing it to her. She never seen anybody, never talked to anybody. You tell everybody not to say a word to her. No, none of this is funny. He stood up and he told the person with him, come on. He's like, I see her today. And walks out. Okay. All right. Got it a lot today. A lot. Went in Old Navy. Walked around it in Belgium. Teenage kids came in. We told these people it's sick what they did to her. And everybody stopped saying a word to her. See, that's what they were saying on Sunday. Everyone don't say a word to her. It was an extortion group doing it to her. And there was sick stuff they did. Sick. But see, it takes a brain cell to find vile, sick crimes against a victim. Not funny. It takes a brain cell in your head. Okay? See, then I went down to Walmart 62 today. Some idiots were in there. Well, we all know they blah, blah, blah. Where they drugged me and told me to say stop. The strippers had their little drug friends or their stripper friends come in and you see all stuff. You show your ignorance and your stupidity. You want to confess to a cop. You want to confess to a cop you were stalking me. You're part of it. You want to go to jail? Because there's stalking laws. That idiot can't hire a stalker. Let alone a rapist. Okay. Now we're going to go forward. Other people walking around on the phone. They already taped them admitting that they drugged her and told her to say it before. Okay. Oh, honey, they knew that maintain. And they photoshopped all their lies. They photoshopped a feminine wipey above the toilet in the other room. Then in 21, a shower scene in the other room. To make me look weird on purpose, May 26, 22 at noon. That they framed me. And it was just the drug cartel. August 22nd, 23rd. 1:30 out in the parking lot. My car is bugged. I have a tape of Officer Mark telling the lady that I was framed by the drug cartel. None of this is funny. It's documented. All the police know. They've been trying to frame Ludwig for this. And I'm telling you, the cartel's after Ludwig. That's why they had Alex dress up like a little white Santa Claus trying to tell them they were friends. And he's just, they got so brazen. They were telling people they were the places to protect me. They were letting them in the back. Stop it. Unless they have a badge, you don't want them in the back. Okay? And we had them walk around that judge, making them laugh. In a Santa beard, walking around like a penguin. Asked that judge, he didn't know who he was. He was just laughing at him for being silly. And here they're trying to tell everybody they're friends, and he's letting them get away with crimes. Trying to put Ludick in jail for aiding and abetting kiddie porn, sex trafficking videos of people, sextortion, human trafficking, rape, assault with a deadly weapon, an attempt to murder for personal gain. They're trying to put that judge in jail. These people are confessing to those crimes. And they confessed to a federal officer they did all those crimes. And he was to arrest them for the confession of their crimes. Not make fun of the victim being scammed by a stripper and her brother. And a sextortion scheme and a stupid one on boot. They've been trying to get Ludick locked up. Oh, I went out and where I was telling the girl, I went in, I was talking to her how to wash my hair for me and blow dry it. Okay? Having dinner tomorrow. I mean, we might just end up being friends, but that's okay. Nothing wrong with having a nice dinner with a handsome man and practicing dating till you find the right person. Nothing wrong with that. Blind dates are good for you. Make you feel good about yourself. If you find the right person. All right. I go to leave and somebody's out in the parking lot. You tell Ludick I'll take care of it. We found out what they're up to. They're trying to frame Ludick. They had that guy walk around him, 9/18/19. The cops in the courthouse seen him. Seth seen him. Ludick was laughing at him. And they were trying to tell everybody he was retired Judge Pete, and Ludick was letting him get away with crimes, and he didn't know who he was. They're trying to get Ludick arrested for this. It's a drug cartel getting even with those judges up there for arresting him. That's what's going on, where they said they were using me as a pawn. Now, there are stalking laws. You cannot stalk somebody. These people went into a federal office, a federal police office, and confessed to a federal cop they were stalking me on their own. Why didn't he arrest him? Stalking laws. Cyber stalking, setting up button cameras. Something done by a stripper and her drug friends. Is that admissible against the victim in a sextortion act? No. Right to privacy over the house. Do you know Dave even knew that? We went to get an ADT system. And they said, well, we can set up cameras in the house, but nothing would be admissible unless you sign a paper with the police department to monitor you. Dave said, I know my rights. Nobody's allowed to watch me in my home. They said, well, we have motion detectors. He said, you can put a motion detector up, but no one will take me in my home. I know my rights. So he said that to the ADT people. So he knew better. Okay? That's how fucking stupid they think all these people are. And everybody knows everything from words to scenes can be photoshopped. Okay? Words to scenes can be photoshopped in date rape, drugs, or sleepwalking. Right? How would you like to be these people's victim? And all these ignorant, backwood hicks with no education and no brain cells, some fucking strippers are telling these people to yell stuff at me, and they do it like mindless drones. What if it was you? Would you think it's funny where some serial rapist was running a scam on you? And some strippers having them do it in a sextortion act? Would you think it's funny? You wouldn't, and you expect the law to protect you. Okay? I don't know anymore. But yeah, people have been saying flat out not to say anything to me. Teenagers, it's sick. It's an extortion group. Huh? It's an extortion group doing it to her. They did sick stuff to her. Of course it's an extortion group. Dave told Danny hire Pete on his own. Pete's actually Alex. And a beard. And that stripper's brother or family member. Impersonating a judge up there, framing the other one. They're after Ludick. Put him in jail for all this. They asked him if he knew who he was. He said no, he's just laughing at him for acting silly. They're trying to get that judge arrested for all these crimes. See, that's where that agent, they went in and said they were doing it to me on their own. What was the stalking loss? Just arrest him. They admitted they had sodium pentothal reports. He knew they couldn't get it. It's a lethal outlaw drug that shuts down your airway. That side effect, if you live, you say yes to anything. Been outlawed in the country for years because it's too deadly. They're too stupid to look it up. They were roofing the hell out of me. He knew they were drugging me. Huh? And he knew everything from words to scenes could be photoshopped and nothing be trustworthy on a bunch of crackhead tapes. Playing with the victim in a scam. And he knew no doctor could talk to him. Like they said, what investigators have been saying, what was that agent thinking? They can't do any of this. That's why they made fun of him. FBI agent John, June 7th, 23, made fun of him, how they fooled him. Cackling in Walmart 62, the sheriffs have their confession. They have their confession, they photoshopped everything. They also have their confession, they drugged everything. And they framed me. And it was done by the drug cartel. And they also have John's confession, December 14th, 23, 4:45 p.m., outside McDonald's North Main, walked out and the cops taped him, confessing he was in it with Dave and he stole my money. They call him an idiot, the investigators. He's the biggest idiot in the world and he's stealing from cases, victimizing victims. I'm going to upload this.